Facts First presents. These epic photos of McDonald's in the 1980s and 90s will take you back to a golden time. Today, McDonald's looks nothing like it did just 2 decades ago. There was a time when the fast food chain placed its focus on children. When they revamped their entire concept and released their line of McCafe products, kids were kind of put on the back burner, no pun intended. The heads of McDonald's, they wanted to turn the iconic restaurant into more of a coffee shop than a place that kids loved. Many people thought that was a mistake. I mean, we all feel nostalgic about McDonald's in the past, don't we? Ronald McDonald, Grimace, the Hamburglar, the Fry Guys. Man, those were the days, weren't they? Well, anyway, these epic photos of McDonald's in the 1980s and 90s, they'll take you back to a golden time that many people miss. Kids who grew up in the 80s and 90s, they woke up on Christmas morning and immediately went to their stockings. Inside, millions of kids found McDonald's gift certificates. They were a standard Christmas gift because McDonald's was geared towards children. Today, getting a McCafe gift certificate, that's not what kids want. And getting gift certificates in your stocking, that's kind of a thing of the past. I remember we used to do that at Halloween, too. We'd go around the neighborhood and instead of candy, they'd give us coupons for like free fries or a free hamburger. It was awesome. When the fast food chain was geared towards children, they offered cookies in their Happy Meals. The boxes contained all your favorite McDonald's characters including Ronald McDonald, Grimace, the Hamburglar, Birdie, the Early Bird. Kids loved these cookies, but well, thanks to the new McCafe promotions, those cookies are long gone. Back in the 80s and 90s, McDonald's, they wanted kids to beg their parents to bring them there. So to do that, they would design the interior specifically for children. Here's a photo of the chairs of the past, when the stools were designed to look like cute hamburgers with faces. Man, things like this made the restaurant fun for kids, making it the perfect family spot. Any successful children's establishment, they have characters that the kids love. Back in the 80s and 90s, that was, of course, Ronald McDonald. Along with his gang, they were present in all restaurants. Kids loved them, too, and they kept the kids coming in. After the restaurant changed their entire concept to the whole McCafe thing, Ronald and the gang just disappeared. There are still a few signs left in few restaurants, but for the most part, Ronald and the gang have disappeared. It's unfortunate that the new generation really isn't going to know what McDonald's was like when it was still a fun place for kids. Changing the concept is one of the biggest mistakes in the history of fast food. When McDonald's was geared towards kids, they had rides inside and outside the restaurants that children could ride. They could spin around and around on character-themed rides, and they had a great time doing so. Sadly, all these rides have been removed from the restaurants. Where they are today is unknown. They're either in storage so that one day they can make a comeback, or they were more than likely destroyed. We might never know, though. When McDonald's was geared towards children, the toys in the Happy Meals were a lot better than they are today. When Transformers was popular in the 80s, the restaurant chain took advantage of that. They created their own line of McDonald's Transformers. They were introduced in 1987, and there were 6 of them in the first set. When they proved to be extremely popular, more were released. Kids all over the country begged their parents to take them to McDonald's to get a McRobot. There aren't too many kids begging their parents for a McCafe latte or one of the disappointing toys they put in Happy Meals now. Ever since the 1970s, fast food restaurants offered collectible glassware. Don't really see much of that anymore, but McDonald's was one of them back then, and in 1995 they reprised their collectible glasses in the form of Batman Forever collectible glasses. Pretty cool. Back in the 80s, many of McDonald's restaurants had large playgrounds. Kids could get a Happy Meal and then burn off those calories in the playground, or vice versa, and work up an appetite. Well, it made it a great place for the kids, and after the whole McCafe concept took over, many of the restaurants removed their playgrounds for good. Those who didn't have removed all signs of Ronald McDonald and the gang. Many people disagree with this move. When McDonald's was geared towards children, it was a great place for kids to have a birthday party. Kids would beg their parents to have their party at McDonald's in the dedicated party rooms, complete with McDonald's character hats, Happy Meals, and the child-friendly decor. Since the McCafe concept rolled out, The birthday party rooms were also taken out for good and made part of the whole cafe experience. It's just another example of another colossal mistake that people think McDonald's has made. Today, the last place where a kid would want to have a birthday party would probably be in the adult-geared McDonald's. Kids don't want to drink a latte while reading a book at their birthday parties. Do you agree with our thoughts about McDonald's, or do you want to stand up for them? Make your argument in the comments below and subscribe for more.